Imagine standing in the center of a crowded courtroom where the future of artificial intelligence is being decided, only to realize that the most explosive testimony has nothing to do with code, algorithms, or billions of dollars, but rather with a quiet executive sitting on the witness stand. That was the reality earlier this year when Shivon Zilis, Neuralink executive and mother of 4 of Elon Musk's children, stepped into the legal spotlight during the high-stakes courtroom battle between Musk and OpenAI. What started as a corporate governance lawsuit regarding the transformation of OpenAI into a for-profit entity quickly morphed into a public unpacking of Silicon Valley's most insular inner circle. Court documents revealed an intricate web of internal communications, showing how Zilis balanced her seat on OpenAI's board with her personal and professional alignment with Musk. The trial brought her unique positioning into sharp public view, exposing how the personal lives of tech titans intersect directly with multi-billion-dollar corporate power struggles. Public reaction online fractured into distinct camps almost immediately. On platforms like X and Reddit, tech analysts combed through the unsealed court filings word by word, focusing on the text messages that showed Zilis acting as an internal sounding board for Musk while she was still tied to OpenAI's leadership. Some commentators framed her actions as a masterclass in corporate espionage within the tech elite, while defenders pointed out that the blurry lines between personal relationships and professional loyalties are practically standard operating procedure in the hyper-concentrated ecosystem of Austin and Silicon Valley. Legal pundits weighed in on how the disclosure of these private communications impacted the courtroom strategy, effectively shifting the narrative from a dry debate over nonprofit charters to a human drama about loyalty, influence, and proximity to power. This recent courtroom exposure builds upon years of public fascination with how Musk's inner circle operates. Long before the trial, Zilis became a household name when public court records confirmed that she and Musk had quietly welcomed twins via IVF, followed later by additional additions to their family, bringing their total number of children together to 4. Unlike other figures in Musk's orbit, Zilis has maintained a distinct profile, balancing high-level technical work at Neuralink with a remarkably low public footprint, right up until legal discovery dragged private text exchanges into the public domain. To understand why this situation escalated beyond a normal corporate dispute, you have to look at the unique ecosystem surrounding Elon Musk. When personal relationships overlap directly with critical infrastructure companies like Neuralink and OpenAI, the boundary separating private life from corporate governance ceases to exist. Observers online quickly realized that Zilis wasn't just a peripheral figure. She was positioned squarely at the intersection of the 2 most important forces in modern artificial intelligence. That kind of proximity naturally draws intense scrutiny, turning a standard legal discovery process into a viral media event. This dynamic speaks volumes about contemporary influencer and tech elite culture, where personal dynamics are routinely put on trial in the court of public opinion. In an era where followers treat tech executives like characters in an ongoing reality series, private communications are treated as entertainment. The normalization of unsealing deeply personal text messages in high-profile lawsuits strips away any remaining illusion of privacy for those operating at the highest levels of industry. It sets a precedent where working alongside a billionaire tech leader means your private text history could one day become morning reading material for millions of internet sleuths. For both Musk and Zilis, the fallout tests the resilience of their public reputations. While Musk's brand is already built on thriving inside continuous controversy, Zilis' position as a serious scientist and AI executive faces a different kind of pressure. Navigating a world where professional achievements risk being overshadowed by tabloid-style breakdowns of personal ties requires a delicate balancing act. Yet, despite the intense glare of public commentary, both have continued their work in the tech space largely uninterrupted, demonstrating a calculated indifference to the noise outside their immediate sphere of control. As the dust settles on the courtroom drama, and the broader implications of these disclosures are absorbed by the tech community, the underlying tension remains unresolved. We are left looking at a broader industry question about whether the modern tech landscape can ever separate the personal lives of its architects from the monumental technologies they are building, or if the 2 are now permanently fused together in the public eye.